Good morning, or good afternoon actually. It's gone past morning. How are you all doing today? And welcome back to another video. Football is back. The Premier League is back. Manchester City, the current Premier League champions, start their defence of their title tomorrow. And I can't wait for it, man. I can't wait. I can and I can't at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm excited to see how this goes. And it's going to be interesting. How are you all doing? Are you all well? Are you good? Good to see Alistair here. Fuad, Alec Johnson, Henry Dyer, 2% Jade, Mark, Matt, and everyone else. I am good, my friend Jade. I'm very good. I've had a busy morning, but I'm all good. I'm looking forward to watching the Premier League back in action. Also, last night looking pretty decent, of course. A good start. I think Liverpool are in action very, very soon as well. So lots of things to talk about very early on. We'll see how they get on. But of course, the big one is that City head to the London Stadium tomorrow to play West Ham United. Erling Haaland's Premier League debut hopefully will be coming. I've just noticed as well, by the way, I need literally 3 more subscribers to get to 63,000. Surely we can do it on this video. Do that. Go and hit the subscribe button right now and give this video a like while you're at it. Go on, do me a massive, massive favour. I do have a little bit something to talk about. I am working with 888 Sport again this season, so I'm going to jump over to here. We'll predict the team later, by the way. I'm going to play a clip from 888's new series this season called The Playlist, where they talk about all the big football issues and so on. I'm going to play this clip and see what you guys think about it. So this is the full video is in the link in the description below, so go check that out after. Go and tell them in the comments that I sent you. But let's have a play of this clip and we'll have a think what they say.
There's no justification on earth that can have Tottenham above Liverpool.
No.
There's nothing. There is nothing. You
One
can
at
do
a
the
time.
Man City. The Man City you can do, and I'll give you that. I'll give you that all day. There is nothing.
He's right.
There is nothing.
Calm down on that.
No, but Spurs, you're saying the
There's
Spurs
nothing.
thing, because Rory's saying the Spurs thing, because I know how you feel
Conte,
about Conte,
that's the only thing.
And the window that
But
they've had.
Conte's not better than Klopp.
Let's not get this twisted. There is zero, forget winning trophies, because that's Tottenham, we know that, right? But in terms of putting up
that's
those...
out of order.
No, sorry, I'm just
I
saying.
backed you.
No, hold on a minute. We've got to talk about like sample size, and evidence. Spurs have gone nowhere near 90 plus points
Why are
to
you
prove that they can
talking?
keep pace with Liverpool.
Why?
The only-
Why?
in the last few
Hang on,
seasons,
Can I
the
just,
only
can I just
people
ask you a question on that?
Go on.
So Tottenham haven't. You said Tottenham have got nowhere near 90 points. Conte has. I think the power of Conteism as an ideology will overwhelm the pitiful thing that is the pitiful concept of Spursism.
So he's gonna change. their whole...
I think Conte is a stronger force than Tottenham.
Yeah, but I don't think Conte, and this is the difference, is a stronger force than Klopp. That's my argument.
That's a big line.
That's
a big
my
line,
big.
That's a
big
it's
line.
Klopp and Guardiola, and I think Conte, by the way, is with them.
But he's
But
third.
he's not above them.
Yeah, I absolutely agree for what it's worth. I think the idea, I mean, it's to me, it's mad. I think like Conte's Chelsea side was way better than the Spurs side. I absolutely agree. I think Conte is a world-class manager. I honestly believe he's a world-class manager. But can I really see Liverpool being tipped by Spurs? Nah, man, I absolutely can't see that. I'm sorry, Rory. I think you're waffling, pal. Like, I genuinely can't see that. There's no way. Spurs are going to do really well. And my tip is that they could finish ahead of Chelsea potentially. But I can't see him quite catching Man City and Liverpool. It's just, Conte's brilliant. And I think Spurs have strengthened. But I'm sorry, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see it. Thank you for the wife in the chat. For me, I can't really see it. That's big, Alistair. For me, I do think Spurs are going to have a cracking season because I think the organisation, the structure, I do think he's that good. But I don't think Conte can lift Spurs to a level above, third or fourth. I don't think he can do personally. Absolutely can't see it. But anyway, go over to check the full video out over on 888 Sport, the playlist, of course. You can click the link in the description. Go let them know in the comments over there what you think of it and give the video a like while you're at it and say that Steve Kompany sent you, man. But let's talk about Manchester City. Because, football is back. I've just noticed subscribers there. 2 more subscribers needed, by the way. It is back. This is a big game. It's the first game of the season. It's away to West Ham. It isn't easy. It isn't easy, is it? It really isn't. That's a very, very difficult side, obviously, to play against. Obviously, they gave us a lot of trouble last season. I think they were 2-0 down at one point. Was it the one where we were 2-0 down and it ended up 2-0? That felt like we were about to blow the Premier League title, didn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong there. Sorry, it feels early for me. Either way, that to me shows just how difficult this game could be. They have a quality team. And Guardiola, of course, has been trying to get the team ready for this game. Obviously, it was 2-0 down at half-time. I thought so, Bobby. And obviously, last week's preparation wasn't ideal. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see how we react to this. Guardiola has been talking an awful lot in the press. He was talking about loads of stuff about the game and so on. Let me just bring up the quotes from yesterday. Moyes actually, by the way, was talking about Haaland.
There's no justification on earth.
Again. Move out of the way. Moyes talking a lot about Haaland. Moyes said what Man City have added is a prolific goal scorer in Haaland, maybe the most up-and-coming young striker, not just in the country but in the world, so it'll be interesting, but yet he's still come to the Premier League, and quite often a lot of the overseas play can take a bit of time to settle, so I hope that's the case on Sunday. He would say that, wouldn't he? But he said we're playing Man City and it's incredibly tough, but they're going to come here and have a hard game as well. Consider all the areas you're up against. They're a top-class side, which we've seen for many years. I think we'll see that again this year. I love that little bit of information, by the way, that every time Haaland scores, they go, Haaland in training. Absolutely lovely stuff. Yeah, Guardiola was talking an awful lot about the game as well, of course. Let me find over. He said there are 2 seasons, one before the World Cup. You can't win it before, but you can lose it. You have to start well, knowing that if we drop points, you have 37 fixtures. You won 2 titles, 1 point ahead, and we know we can win 12, 14 in a row. Liverpool as well. You have to start well, but also the feeling since you arrived. Maybe we have a longer vacation than normal. The team, I rely on them a lot. Look, this is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Absolutely, make no mistake about it. It's just a really, really difficult game. The quality that they've got in the likes of obviously Fornals, Antonio, Benrahma, Bowen. They've signed some good players as well, West Ham. You look at it, who they signed? Scamacca, Neif Aguerd, who's went to a really good player. Flynn Downs, Maxwell Cornet, Alfonso Areola. Really good footballers, and they already had a very good side anyway, West Ham. Like, they finished last season, was it 7th? They should have been 6th, really, but they just got pipped by United. Obviously, United claiming their 6th spot. But they should have been challenging, they were challenging really high at one point. They've got a very good team. Moyes has done an absolutely wonderful job at West Ham, and make no mistake about it, going away to them, it isn't going to be easy at all. It's going to be very, very difficult. They had a relatively busy preseason. They did what Manchester City never do. They played an absolute ton of games. Their preseason started away at Servette, who I think are a Swiss team. They did lose that. They won that 2-0. They played Boreham Wood, random, obviously lower league team, 1-1. They played Ipswich. They played Reading. Rangers beat them 3-1. They played Luton and drew 1-1. And they drew 0-0 against Lens as well, the French side. So they haven't actually had a great pre-season. They played a lot of games, but they haven't really kind of set the world alight. It is only pre-season though, and I'm expecting, once again, like Liverpool last Sunday, who didn't have a great pre-season either. As soon as they see the whites of Manchester City's eyes, they'll absolutely be up for it, man. We just know they will. They've signed Cornet, and he always turns up against City as well, says Spooked. Yeah, he absolutely does, to be fair. It's going to be the kind of West Ham side that we sort of know. I'm expecting it to be something like Fabianski, Kufal maybe, Zuma, Dawson, Cresswell, maybe something like Rice, who they've done really well to keep, for what it's worth. Souček, Bowen obviously turns into fucking Son against us. Fornals, Benrahma, Antonio. It'd be something like that. I don't think any of the new signings are going to really play. I think Moyes has talked a little bit about kind of easing them in. I think he said Scamacca will take a little bit of time. He's not quite ready for it. And I think we'll see very much as you were, if that makes sense. And it'd be something like that. They're going to have a lot of players on the bench because they'll go for what they know. Look, they're going to be up for this. It's the first game of the season at the London Stadium for them. Absolutely going to be up for it, especially when they're welcoming the champions. It's essentially just a free swing for them, and they'll be absolutely motivated for it. In terms of like City side and stuff and the team news, look, we know Laporte's still out until around September, but other than that, correct me if I'm wrong, it's basically a full squad, isn't it? This is what we've got. So let's just go and try and predict the team together. I'll jump over here. So here's the team on screen, right? And this is a lineup builder on screen. So we'll do this together. I mean, this is the team. I'll go for the team that I think it's going to be. Obviously, Ederson in goal is a given. It's going to be Ederson in goal. We all know that. Eddie, do you want to do capitals? Eddie in goal is a given there, isn't it? Let me just move my mic a little bit. I think it's going to be the same defence we saw the other day. I think Cancelo, obviously the only bloody fullbacks we've got, Cancelo and Walker. I can't see Stones coming back into this. I think it's going to be Ake and Diaz again. Away from home, I think he's going to trust the players that have played. It's going to be physical, and I actually think... I really think Ake will be up for a battle against Antonio. It's the kind of game he really enjoys, actually. So I can see something like this. Ake, Diaz. Stones hasn't played any games. No, you're right, Carl. He's not played any pre-season because obviously he was away because he couldn't travel because of... I think it's probably vaccination or something like that. But this is what I think Guardiola will go for. And I think it makes a little bit of sense. He'll go for something like that. Rodri's going to play here. Now, you may have noticed I slightly tweaked the usual 4-3-3 that you get on lineup builder, and I put the number 7 there a little bit deeper because I do think that's going to be Bernardo. I think he's going to sit back a little bit deeper these days. It isn't going to be like we used to see, like this, kind of 2 false 8s. But I don't think we're going to see that as much. I think Rodri is going to have Bernardo a little bit deeper alongside him, and KDB in the middle is going to be freed a little bit more. Now, who do we all think is going to be on the wing? Who do we think is going to be on the wing? Personally, I think Foden will come into the team. It's just my instinct. I think he'll come into the team on the left because I think he had a really good cameo. I do actually think Mahrez will start. I wouldn't be surprised if Foden at some point switches over there if Grealish comes on for Mahrez. But I think it'll be this. I don't think Alvarez will start away at West Ham. I think we all want him to, but I'd be surprised if Guardiola went for this lad that's not playing much football to start away at West Ham in one of the most difficult away days in the Premier League. I'd be very surprised, personally. Maybe I'm wrong there, but this is what I think Guardiola will do. Maybe you guys are right, by the way. I know we all want Alvarez to start, because I would like it too. But I reckon he's going to play basically a very similar team. Haaland's going to start. I'm almost certain Haaland's going to start. So I think it'll be something like this, man. I think it'll be something like this. We could see Foden over here, and we could see Grealish on the left. It could be something like that. It also could be Grealish and Alvarez, or it could be Foden and Alvarez. I think, do we all agree that the rest of the team is pretty much as you were, really? Calvin Phillips could play. He could play. I mean, where did Calvin Phillips play, though, if he started, Carl? I can't really see Calvin Phillips playing this because, I mean, we could see this. This is something we could see, by the way. And this could actually be quite intelligent. It could be that. Calvin Phillips here alongside Rodri. If you want a physical, organised team, I mean, that could be something we see. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Guardiola going for Bernardo out wide just because Bernardo works so incredibly hard. You might see that, man. It could also be, look, Bernardo's going to play. He's absolutely going to play in this game. There's many different ways to do this. I don't know what the correct way is, but I still think Mahrez will play. But that wouldn't surprise me if we saw something like that. You like that? Like, Robbie thinks it looks good. I mean, I think it looks pretty good as well, actually. Like, I think Phillips could really help, sitting a little bit. You've got to bear in mind as well that what this team would bring, Bernardo would press like an absolute beast over here. And Phillips works really hard. Incredible how you don't like Mahrez. What? Where's that come from? I was literally defending Mahrez last week. I'm trying to think what Guardiola could do because he goes like, how do I not like Mahrez? I literally did a video saying defending people like Mahrez, saying that they need a bit of time. I'm just looking at different options. I also dropped Foden at one point and Grealish and whatever, and I dropped anyway, behave. But I think I literally said I think Mahrez is going to play. That's just totally unfair. But basically, I think it'll be something like this. This is what I reckon he'll do. This is what I can see him playing. You might see that Bernardo does play more as a false 8. We will see. I feel Haaland will start, Brian, personally. Like, either way, this team's going to be interesting. Like, the only thing is, obviously, what I like about Foden is that he plays a bit more of a natural width. So when we kind of took over like this, which we know we will do, we'll see Rodri, obviously. Cancelo will kind of invert like that, and we'll see kind of like this basically, which I like. Cancelo tucks in a little bit. When we've got the ball, it'll be something like that, won't it? Which I quite like. So we'll see something like this potentially when we've got the ball. It could be interesting. Like, I think that could work quite nicely. Foden providing a little bit of width. Cancelo kind of cutting inside here. Obviously, Walker won't ever really overlap. He'll kind of sit around here a little bit deeper. It'd be something like that, I reckon. Foden obviously allows Cancelo to cut in. The problem is when it's Grealish here, Grealish also likes to occupy the same space as Cancelo. He likes to go in here, doesn't he? And Cancelo does it, and then everyone's around there, and it's all just very crowded. So I kind of like the idea of Foden personally. Yeah, something like that personally for me. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Like, tactically, we know what West Ham are going to do. West Ham are going to be strong. They're going to be physical. They play. It's like a 4-2-3-1, really. It kind of is, isn't it, really? Ben Rama, Bowens out wide, Fornals off Antonio. It's like a 4-2-3-1 for West Ham, isn't it? That's what they'll go for. Souček and Rice will sit a little bit deeper. No, Souček can get forward and score goals, but I think they will sit a bit deeper. It'll be something like this. But on the ball, that sort of makes sense to me. It could be Lanzini as well, actually, to be fair. It could be Lanzini. Yeah, I don't know. Like, to me, like the team, I think relatively picks itself. I don't think we'll see Gundogan coming to it straight away. I think Stones will be on the bench a little bit. In terms of the actual bench, I mean, who's going to have the bench there? It'll be Ortega. It'll be Stones and Bete. So we've got 3 there. It'll be Gundogan, Phillips potentially, and then maybe Grealish, Alvarez, Cole Palmer. We've got one more space, right? Have I missed anyone? Who have I missed there? Is it literally just 8 players, and that means one more youth player? In that instance, Jesus Christ, who's it going to be? Like, have I missed anyone there when I'm naming all the players? Wilson Esbrand, great shout, Robbie. I forgot about Wilson Esbrand. So it'll be something like that with the bench, won't it? Which is, it shows how slight we are already, but it already shows you how slight we are. Like, that's what I was getting at when I say people go, yeah, but he can play. Oh, Keiki as well. Good point, actually. God, I wish we kept McAtee, by the way. He'd be on the bench at the start of the season. I said Phillips. I did say Palmer as well. So it's already a very light bench. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? We do need a fullback. This is one game into the season with Laporte's out, and it's normal to have one player out when you've got a squad of 20, which says it all. Look, I don't know. By the way, guys, let's get 2 more subscribers and get to 63,000. We can do it. For me, it feels that we are setting ourselves up for a potentially short season, so we need to get it, but get another fullback in. But when we go into this game anyway, we're going to have to be really aggressive. The football isn't going to be free-flowing. West Ham are going to be physical. They're going to be direct. They play nice football these days as well, West Ham. They've got quality players. Oh, one more. It says I need one more. Go on, we can do it. One more. They play really nice football. They've got good players. Bowen is going to absolutely try and exploit any rustiness between our defence. Antonio's going to be physical. Ben Rama's got the skill. The good finishes as well, West Ham. They do take their chances. And I can see it being a bit of a battle. I do think, hopefully, we'll have a little bit of quality. I'm not worried about Haaland in general. I think he'll find a bit of space. And, you know, they've got some good players. Dawson and Zuma are good defenders. But I do think if we keep putting the balls into those channels across the goal, Haaland will get a tap in this game, I reckon. I've gone for... I went on Super 6 League. Who's joined my Super 6 League, by the way? If you have, let me know. I went for my Super 6 pin, by the way. I'm going to put it on here. I could have put it in the comments. There you go. Go on, join my Super 6 League. I went for City to win 3-1 in this game. I think I've probably changed my opinion on the Super 6, but I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Manchester City, I reckon. I do think Haaland's got to grab both. I think he's going to get a brace on his Premier League debut. And I'm feeling relatively confident about it. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think we're underestimating just how up for it this team is and how motivated they're going to be. I don't know. I trust him. I absolutely do trust him. What is your predictions? I'll read some of your predictions as well. Do let me know in the comments. Good on you, Matt. Good on you. And Matt said it's a fitness squad as well because the youth lads have been ready to step up, have been sold or loaned out. That's the thing that slightly frustrates me. If we had Egan Riley, Romeo Lavia, James McAtee, I'd feel a lot more confident because I sort of trust them. But we've got a lot of young lads now who haven't really played much football. So it's going to be, it's going to be interesting. Alv, you got a point there, to be fair, Alf. They said Alvarez had away days in Argentina. I'm sure he can handle West Ham's bubbles. Absolutely. I'm not about the intensity. I'm not about the quality, though. Like, with all due respect to the Argentinian league, West Ham would win that league. West Ham would absolutely be miles ahead of the Argentinian league because of the quality, the physicality, the strength, the pace. Look, the Argentinian league is good, but it ain't the Premier League and by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll see. Yeah, Theo Hernandez is a great player, he has, but we're not going for him because he'll be about 80 million, mate. He'd be about 80 million, so I don't think we'll go for him. If you ask me we should start Wilson Esbrand against Bournemouth, no chance for me, mate. I don't think Wilson Esbrand should play against Bournemouth. Oh yeah, against Bournemouth maybe, but not against West Ham. I misread that. Maybe against Bournemouth at home when we're controlling all the ball, but I don't see Guardiola doing it. He's going to play Cancelo, isn't he? So is that true, Muddy Duck? We had 33 starters last season. With all the signings and loans, we can barely make 25 this season. That's very interesting, if so. That doesn't feel right, is it? Is that actually right? Because that would have been an awful lot of youth players. I don't know how we did that. Yeah, maybe we did. Credit to Haaland and Phillips, but Alvarez is interesting. Very choosy, should fit, seems to Pep's system. Titus. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I agree. But guys, that is my prediction. 2-1, I reckon it's going to be a battle. We're going to have to be really, really on it. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. I'm feeling confident. I will be doing, obviously, the watch-along and all that kind of stuff tomorrow. By the way, one more subscriber. Let's see if we can get it right now. But I will be doing all the usual stuff tomorrow. I am expecting this game to be difficult. I think we will start relatively slowly, and we've got to be prepared for that. Like, this game is going to be tense. West Ham will be up for it, and there'll be a sense of excitement from the fans that we're going to have to slightly stimmy. We're going to have to calm the fans down, get our composure, and ease through the early storm, because there will be a bit of a storm straight away, but we can get through that, and I'm sure we will do. A draw will be okay, says Alec. It wouldn't be the worst, but I guarantee you fans will start flapping if we draw. But look, 1-1 away from 1-1 or 2-2 away from home at West Ham, that isn't a disaster. They are a fantastic side, managed wonderfully by David Moyes, so we'll have to see how it goes. Guys, that's my match preview. Thank you for watching this. Obviously, go and check out that 888 episode on the playlist. It's really good. Tell Rory that he's waffling nonsense about Spurs. I can't see it. 63,000. Thank you very, very much. What a way to end this video. You're all absolute legends. Thank you very, very much. 63k. It looks beautiful. It's wonderful. You're all excellent. Let's get a 70k eventually as well. Thank you. Round of applause for you all in the chat. Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. You're all beautiful. And on that note, I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee in a bit and enjoy the Liverpool game, which is about to kick off as well. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all very, very soon.